Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is TVS News at 5. I'm Muhammad Yusuf, and let us begin with our top story. The proposal to set up Sarawak's Sovereign Wealth Fund will be tabled in the State Legislative Assembly or DUN sitting in November, alongside a new undisclosed bill. This was announced by the Premier of Sarawak, Datuk Petinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg, who said that the Sovereign Wealth Fund will be set up once the study is completed.
Selepas tu ada lagi nak bola saya bulan 11 pula. Ada undang-undang baru lagi nak saya bola untuk masa depan anak-anak kita di Sarawak tu. Ialah dana, saya kata dana berdaulat, sovereign fund. Maka ini akan kita laksanakan dan ia akan memberikan saving untuk keadaan kita, ekonomi kita masa depan. Tapi apa yang perlu, kita naikkanlah ilmu anak-anak kita dalam ekonomi yang bertukar, ekonomi yang baru itu. Sebab ya kita sebut sebagai new economy. Dan alhamdulillah pimpinan PBB yang mempunyai idea yang baru.
He said this at the N7 Semariang Hari Raya Aidilfitri gathering in Kuching on Saturday. He is confident that the establishment of the Sovereign Wealth Fund will safeguard the younger generation in the state against the ever-changing economic situation and at the same time will bring in revenue to Sarawak in the future.
Bukit Saban State Assemblyman Dato' Ahmad Douglas Uga Ambas has set two main focus development areas for his constituency, namely income-generating economic activities in modern agriculture and food and handicraft production, as well as education. With the focus, Uga hopes that the next generation will be highly educated and is able to master new technologies.
Speaking at the Hari Raya gathering in Kampung Sepau, Betong on Saturday, Uga, who is also the state's deputy premier, said the younger generation will be the ones who will chart and strategize more development for the state. Through this, he said a team will be formed to help students excel in their studies. Touching on the economic activities, Uga said it would prioritize on quantity and quality of the local farmers and entrepreneurs. He said discussions will be held in July to determine the best way to increase or improve the farmers' yield production to help them to penetrate into the global market. Additionally, he said the state government is building an airport in Babuling to assist the farmers and entrepreneurs to fly their products straight from farm or factories to the market. During the same event, Uga told DAYAK non-governmental organizations or NGO to be in the know of what is being planned under the Post-COVID-19 Development Strategy or PCDS 2030. Once the strategy is understood holistically, the DAYAK community can take part in implementing the strategies. Participation is crucial, said the second Minister for Finance and New Economy, because if the DAYAK community does not play its part, the community itself will be left out of many development programs, which will result in a lesser economic opportunities for the DAYAK. Thereby, if the people themselves become part of an integral effort in championing the state's economy, Sarawakans will be more prosperous. Uga also suggested to pool assets and resources and while collaborating with those with high qualifications from the community such as PhD holders. PCDS 2030 strategies are based on research data, innovations and technologies to usher Sarawak in becoming a high-income region by 2030.
Now, the Cabinet will meet tomorrow, May 23rd, to discuss the rising cost of living and food supply issues. Prime Minister Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob said both the Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs Ministry or KPDN-HEP and the Agriculture and Food Industries Ministry, MAFI, would brief the Cabinet on these issues, including short and long-term plans to overcome these problems.
Besok hari Isnin saya panggil mesyuarat Kabinet untuk melihat khusus dari segi bagaimana kita nak mengimbangi kenaikan harga barang yang mendadak ini, dan saya minta Kementerian Kabinet HEP untuk membentangkan. Begitu juga dengan makanan, supply makan termasuk ayam. Kementerian Pertanian perlu bentang.
He said the increase in cost of living is a global phenomenon due to the Russia-Ukraine conflict and COVID-19 pandemic, among others, which have affected food production and supply. In addition, Ismail Sabri said apart from the approved permit or AP for food imports, the government is also studying the possibility of abolishing other types of permits to ease the pressure arising from shortages of other goods. On Wednesday, Ismail Sabri said the government had decided to abolish the AP for food imports with immediate effect.
Welcome back. Now, Anthony Albanese became the 31st Prime Minister of Australia on Saturday, May 21st, after winning the Australian general election and ending almost a decade of Conservative rule. Speaking to supporters, Albanese said it was an extraordinary honour to lead the country and that he wanted to bring Australians together.
I want to seek our common purpose and promote unity and optimism, not fear and division. It is what I have sought to do throughout my political life and what I will bring to the leadership of our country. It is a show of strength to collaborate and work with people, not weakness. I want to find that common ground where together we can plant our dreams. To unite around our shared love of this country, our shared faith in Australia's future, our shared values of fairness and opportunity, and hard work and kindness to those in need. My Labor team will work every day to bring Australians together, and I will lead a government worthy of the people of Australia. A government as courageous and hardworking and caring as the Australian people are themselves.
In results so far, Labor had yet to reach the 76 of the 151 lower house seats required to form a government. Final results could take time as the counting of a record number of postal votes is completed. With 55% of the vote counted, Labour had 72 seats and Morrison's coalition 52. Independents and the Greens held 11. The Australian Broadcasting Corporation projected a further 16 seats remain in doubt. Earlier, Conservative Prime Minister Scott Morrison said he had called Albanese to concede a defeat in Saturday's election and congratulate Albanese on his victory.
Meanwhile, in the Bolivian city of El Alto, a group of indigenous women have developed an app that could potentially help save the lives of its users. Its main objective is to inform users on women's rights, spot the types of violence they may suffer, and allow them to look for legal, psychological, and physical aid when they are in danger.
The creators of the app, Aymaras del Colasuya Women Organization, or OMAC, name it Felisa and Yanapiri, a Spanish word that sounds like happy, and an Aymara word that means those who help.
Zona no se escucha pues lo que es violencia, no se hace notar, no es visible, porque las mujeres lo tienen en silencio, tienen miedo a que sus esposos lo vuelvan a agredir con más fuerza. Como también no hay justicia, no hay dónde poner y no dónde ir a poner una denuncia. Aquí es el botón de auxilio, donde en el celular, cuando abres la aplicación, te pide pues 3 números cercanos, puede ser de la hermana, del hermano, o si no, de una promotora, de una amiga, amigo, qué sé yo. 3 números tienes. En el momento que puedes estar sufriendo violencia, que puedes estar agredida, aprietas ese botón de auxilio, de inmediato sale a los 3, se comunica pidiendo auxilio. Estoy sufriendo violencia.
Since the creation of Felisa Yanapiri, a psychologist who works at OMAC, disclosed that the app has garnered substantial support from the people.
Felisa Yanapiri ha alcanzado más de 500 descargas desde su lanzamiento en noviembre de la gestión pasada. De este número podemos decir que todos han recibido información importante. Sin embargo, alrededor de 150 o 200 personas han logrado acudir a nuestra organización y encontrar la ayuda que necesitaban en el área legal, en el área psicológica y en el área social.
In 2021, the Bolivia's Special Prosecutor Office for Crimes Against Life and Personal Integrity registered 108 femicides. Up until May 8th this year, 34 femicides have been registered. One of them took the life of Ajani VL. Her husband, Sergio Eric, pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 30 years in prison, the longest jail sentence in the country.
See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates, both locally and internationally. Just a click away by heading on to our website at www.tvstv.my or follow us on our social media platforms. And that's all the time we have for TVS News at 5. Join Douglas Elliott tonight at 11:30 p.m. on TVS Nightline. I'm Muhammad Yusuf. Thank you for watching.